What up, everybody? So today, took a trade, break even. It is what it is. I was looking for another trade to potentially go lower. No entries, unfortunately, for me and how I trade. Still working on the order block situation, but I didn't really have too much confidence in it. This one right here, but it is what it is. Let's go back. Let's kind of work what it is that we had going on. Oops, okay. All right. So, how did I trade? Why did I take this trade? What was going on? So, coming into the day, I saw that we swept these equal highs over here. All right. We had this in here. Boom. You see those equal highs. Those got swept by this. So from there, I'm kind of like, okay, cool. I mean, we can go lower. Where are we going lower if we're going lower too? And I saw that our two standard deviations actually lined up pretty much perfectly with our London low. So I was like, all right, cool. We're more than likely going to get a reaction of the London low. So let's trade it. That's exactly what I tried to do. So here we go. Not tried to do because I actually did it. So there we go. Boom, boom. So this is my inverse right here. As you can see, we closed above. And I'm like, all right, cool, bet, let's enter. You can see where my entry is, pretty much at the open. A little bit higher than the open. Stop was below the candle. Target was, well, first target was here, 50%. And the second target was at the high. I didn't really expect us to get to the high. 50%, where's that? There we go. I was actually gonna take 75% off. What the? Oh, there we go. I was actually gonna take 75% off of that trade at this where I have the 50%. Because this was the clear liquidity. I didn't think we would come higher again. To me, it just didn't make sense. So yeah, I hopped in. We came in, break-even point. Break-even point was taken, so obviously what do? We go break-even. Just following rules. That's all we do. Follow rules. So our rules save us in the long term. So went break-even, and price immediately came back and took me out. Alright, took me out break-even. And then ultimately ran off to the 50%. Didn't quite make the high, but sure, whatever. Or the first target, I should say. So let me turn that to target 1. Target 1, alright. So that's really the trade that I was looking at. Oh no, this is, yeah. So I was going to take 3/4 of my position off here, understanding the order flow and where price is looking to go. So yeah, that's the first trade. Second trade, not necessarily a missed opportunity, just didn't present. After the liquidity was taken from this high, I just figured, okay, cool, liquidity's gone, so where is it that we can look to get an entry? Only place to get an entry is this inverse right here, which, to be honest, is quite honestly a great inverse to have, if all things are created equal. But as you can see, price came into it twice, get a little reaction, and then we get this massive gap. Alright, so our gap is from here, close of this candle, to here, the open of this candle. So we have this massive gap in here. Once we got the gap, I was like, ah, shoot. I don't want to trade unless we come back in and fill in this gap somewhat. And obviously price never did that. But what it did do is it ran straight to my target. What was my target? Well, the 2 standard deviations of the manipulation leg. So we've got our high, we've got our low. This is our low here. This is obviously our high. That's the highest point. These are the bullish candles that sweep liquidity. And that's why it uses my manipulation range. And you can clearly see price comes all the way back to that point. Alright. So, yeah. no trade opportunities, unfortunately. As I said, this one was a potentially one, but I haven't done enough backtesting on it to really know if this entry makes sense. Alright, so it would have been something like that. It would have been a 3.6R. Pretty good risk reward. But yeah, that's the trade breakdown and trade recap. So break even on the day.